Well, today in Washington, protesters are already gathering for a large-scale march to the U.S. Capitol. They are rallying against what they say is a nonstop tax and spend agenda on Capitol Hill. I'm joined now live from Washington by WRC reporter Derrick Ward. So, Derrick, with a good morning to you. It looks like there are a bunch of people there. Who's behind this march?
Well, it's a group called Taxpayer Rally. There are lots of groups here that are supporting this, and they really say that they don't have a designated leader. They say they're all joined in patriotism and in the ideals of the American Constitution. Now, thousands have turned out. Some would say tens of thousands have turned out for this taxpayer rally here in Washington. It's called a Tea Party. They call themselves patriots, and their cause, of course, they say is to end what they call the tax and spend policies emanating from Washington. Now, this group and groups like it have largely been associated with the right-wing and conservative themes, and while there definitely is a strong showing of those viewpoints here, it is at best an uneasy alliance, and many of the people that we have spoken to say that they aren't happy with both parties. You might say it's a bit of a migration of this movement, dissatisfaction with what they say is business as usual on Capitol Hill, but many here say that they don't think that they're being heard by either side. We are not being very well received here by some in this crowd, but others are glad that we are indeed here. Of course, if anyone is being demonized here, it is, of course, Nancy Pelosi and President Barack Obama. Now, this march will start with this rally here. There have been several speakers from the podium, and they're going to march down to the west end of the Capitol, where they hope their voices will be heard. But, you know, we've talked to several people here in the crowd that say they don't think that the people on Capitol Hill are listening to them.
Look, I'll tell you, Derrick, the shot that you're providing us with a lot of people around you, we see that, but we are also seeing a bird's eye view. And do you have any idea how many people have gathered here? Because it looks like it's really taken up the majority of Capitol Hill.
Indeed, I think it has. I think that tens of thousands is probably not an overestimate of this crowd. And of course, they sound like a lot more if they're not 10,000 people or tens of thousands of people here. And they've spilled off of the plaza onto Pennsylvania Avenue and onto E Street here, which is a side street near Freedom Plaza.
Yeah. Well, they sound like a lot more than 10,000s and thousands when they're bleeding into your microphone. Okay, WRC's Derrick Ward, thank you very much for the live report.